అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. Today is 29th of July 2023. We are going to have a webinar on man and environment from Dr. Krishnamurthy garu. We already had 3 webinars from him previously, and is well known to us. He is a homeopathic doctor. I will introduce him to you formally after Vande Mataram and Prarthana. I'll request Surya Prakash ji to recite Vande Mataram.
सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. ओम श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः. वंदे मातरम, वंदे मातरम, सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरं वंदे मातरम. सुप्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमितद्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वंदे मातरं, वंदे मातरं, वंदे मातरं.
Vande Mataram.
ధన్యవాదాలు. ధన్యవాదాలు సార్. ధన్యవాదాలు సార్.
ధన్యవాదములండి సూర్య ప్రకాష్ గారు.
ధన్యవాదాలు సార్.
Let us request Saugandhi ji to chant Prarthana, please.
Let us recite Om 3 times and meditate for a minute. ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्. ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः. ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती पाजेभिर्वादिनीवती धीनामवित्र्यवतु. ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः. गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुनैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे. न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ शुभमस्तु कल्याणमस्तु
ధన్యవాదములండి శోభంది గారు. Okay, now it is my privilege and I'm very happy to have the opportunity to introduce our speaker for today, Professor Dr. S. Krishnamurti Sastry garu. He is qualified MBS and MD homeopathy. His professional experience of 50 years and a teaching experience of 14 years. Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital, Chandigarh, and DEVS Homeopathic Medical College, Hyderabad. He is a hospital in charge, Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital, Vice Principal, Professor, Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital, Chandigarh, DEVS Homeopathic Medical College and Hospital, Hyderabad. His experience in NTPC is 5 years as Assistant Chief Medical Officer, NTPC Hospital, and he is ex-examiner of Council of Homeopathy, Punjab, Chandigarh, Karnataka, Council of Homeopathy, and Homeopathic Medical College Inspector, author of History of Medicine, Homeopathic Nomenclature, Interaction between Man and Environment, Study of Materia Medica, sketch of Jargon of Medicine. Okay. 1 minute. Medicine and miasmology, fundamental causation of diseases, cancer, homeopathic approach, homeopathy in preventive medicine, and homeopathy in industrial medicine, health awareness songs in Telugu, and he is expert in family health, the editor of Swasthya Jyoti NTPC Medical Bulletin, First Aid, CPR, AIDS, Stress Management for Industrial Executives, and Know Thyself, Autonomy and Physiology of Human Body, and his experience in EIR and occupational diseases homeo treatment, and Saptagiri Doordarshan, and seasonal disorders homeopathic treatment, and joint pains homeopathy treatment, homeopathy for common ailments, social responsibilities he has, free medical services to poor, conducting health awareness on common diseases, first aid, smoking, alcoholism, AIDS, and seasonal diseases in social gatherings and schools and in medias. Spreading about the homeopathic treatment as the best alternative system of medicine, he is committed to that. Publication of homeopathic articles in Chaitanyam Telugu monthly magazine for the last 4 years, chaitanyam.net. Contribution of homeo articles in Homeo Today. So he has a clinic at Maulali, Hyderabad, by name Sastry Homeopathy at Mangapuram Housing Board Colony. So it is our privilege, and also we are very lucky, fortunate to have him with us to deliver a lecture on man and environment. He has already written a book on that. So let us request and welcome him and request him to start the webinar. Please put your hand down unless it is an emergency. Okay, please, sir.
Sarvebhya Namaskara. Today, it's a great time for me to speak on interaction between man and environment. Before starting this, I would like to pray my mother and father and Guru. Matru Deva Bhava, Pitru Deva Bhava, Acharya Deva Bhava, Atidhi Deva Bhava. Today, the topic which I am taking is an interaction between man and environment. Let us see what is interaction, what is environment, what is man. Because it is such a topic, we are engulfed, we are enveloped by an environment. Means that it is nothing but when we have to define the environment, all the physical, social, and cultural factors and conditions influencing the existence and development of organisms is called the environment. Now, we are going to share with you the PowerPoint. I hope it is visible to all.
Yes, it is visible, sir.
Sir. And it's a great opportunity. Hari Om, Swagatam to all Veda Samskruti Samiti members and all viewers. And I'm going to present this today. Interaction between man and environment. Interact means how mutually one acts to another, or one contacts to other, and one gives to other, one takes from other. And in the same way, the interaction, particularly man and environment, how it takes place, because man is nothing but the part and parcel of environment. because we are all born, and environment is composed of 5 proto-elements which we all know. And this particular environment, there is no much difference between man and environment. And what man needs, environment gives. What environment wants, it takes from man. And this is how the mutual understanding, mutual give and take policy takes place here in this interaction between man and environment. And let us see this interaction, how this environment envelops the man. We are enveloped by this great environment. And whatever we give to environment, that gives back the way we give to them. If we give to environment something, and that gives back again the way we have given to environment. We shall study how the things are going, particularly how this environment is formed. It is nothing but in Taittiriya Upanishad itself, it is clearly mentioned, Akashad Vayuhu, Vayuragnihi, Agni Rapaha, Adhyap Pruthivi, Prithivya Oshadhaya, Oshadibhyanam, Annat Purushaha. From Akash, Vayu has come. From Vayu, this Agni has come. From Agni, Jalam has come. From Jalam, this Prithvi has come. From Prithvi, Oshadhaya, all plants and all these things have come. From all that, again, the man has been evolved from it. That's why man is nothing but the latest product of the evolution of life itself and the universe itself. That's why the latest product, we are the latest products of the universe. And whereas all other things before us itself, all the Vanam and animals and Prithvi and water, air and Agni, Akasham, they all have come first. From there, we have evolved to this extent. So such an evolution has taken place totally, and this is how we are enveloped. So we are nothing but the children of the environment. All the elements of this environment, like Vayu, Akasham, Vayu, Agni, Jalam, and Prithvi, we all process. So there is not much difference between this. And we, as a mind, we are there, and whereas Buddhi is their environment. If we compare Buddhi and environment, Buddhi and environment, they are one, and Manas and man is one. And this is how we can analyze it. This is how we will see Akasad Vayuhu, Vayoragnihi, Agni Rapaha, Adhya Pruthivi, Prithivya, Oshadhaya, Oshadibhyanam, Annat Purushaha. This is how the evolution has taken place. So we are going to now discuss between the Purusha and the Akashama, the environment in toto, and how they react each other, how they go each other and all. So for that, what is necessary? Basically, man we have considered that is the latest product, and environment is also, it's nothing but the physical, social, and cultural factors, conditions influencing the existence and development of all organisms. And this is called as the environment. The health of the environment and man of the health of the man. If we don't do these two things, we have to consider. Health is not merely the absence of disease, but it is a state of well-being in physical, mental, social, spiritual, and financial dimensions. So we have to, if we consider everything, including the financial dimensions also, we have to consider when we consider. Means unless he is financially healthy, unless he is spiritually healthy, unless he is socially healthy, unless he is mentally healthy, unless he is physically healthy, he cannot be considered as a complete healthy man. And in the same way, even the health of the environment also should be understood in the same way. All natural things, the biodiversity, the quality of the environment, the overall ecological process, the balance, if it is completely balanced, then only we consider that health and the environment. So in Telugu, when we call it as a Manishi Mariu Paryavaranam Paraspara Charyalu, mutual understanding, mutual actions. One acts, another reacts, another that one acts, this one that. This mutual action and reactions, they take place in the particular environment. So we are now discussing that. Start moving. Yes. Now, with all this, we have our Mother Earth. That should be considered as Mother Earth is considered to be our mother, and we are born from her. And we have to first give her our prayers to her. Om Vasundharaya Vidmahe Bhutadhatraya Dhimahi Tanno Bhumi Prachodayat. Like that, there is another Gayatri mantra of Mother Earth. It's called Om Prithvi Devyaicha Vidmahe Dhara Bhurtaya Dhimahi Tanno Prithvi Prachodayat. These are the Gayatri mantras of Prithvi, where we have to always invoke our praise, and because of her, we are all living. We are born on earth, and we are all children of earth, and whatever Earth Mother gives, that we are taking. So, for this, in Lakunyasam, the relation between the Panchamahabhutas and the man, the relation between how it is related and what is the ultimate thing is to be. What is the ultimate things also to be number one. Agnirme, in Lakunyasam it is known, Agnirme Vachesataha Vak Hrudaye Hrudayam Mai Aham Amrute Amrutam Brahmani. It is the first stanza we see in our Lakunyasam. It is nothing but Agni that nourishes my speech. So that speech is connected to my heart, and it's a part of my Paramatma, and within me the Paramatma is there, and that is nothing but a Parabrahma, and that is the infinite consciousness. We are all from infinite consciousness. Totally, there is no difference between the Agni and that Agni which comes as speech. Whatever we speak, and that comes from our mouth, that is nothing but the Agni Rupam, and with that it comes out. It is called as the infinite consciousness. It means how in our Lakunyasam and all these things, they have very nicely explained this. And second, about Vayu. Vayurme prane sthitaha prano hrudaye hrudayam mai aham amrute amrutam brahmane. Then talking about the second one, it is called as Vayu. And this Vayu, air, that is present as life energy. This is called life energy, Pranavayu. Without this Pranavayu, the existence of living being is very difficult. The existence of universe becomes very difficult. This is a part of environment, and that is circulating within me like prana. This prana within me is connected to my heart. My heart is again connected to Paramatma within me, and this Paramatma is within Paramatma. This is nothing but the infinite consciousness. So each and every, these all 5 Mahabhutas. Number 1, it is connected with my speech. Number 2, that is connected with my pranayayu. And the third one, Suryo me chakshustritaha. Chakshur hrudaye. Hrudayamayi aham amrute amrutam brahmani. And this when we consider, it is nothing but the sun god present in my eyes nourishes my eyes. It is nothing but The sun is considered as the eyes, and that sun God present in my eyes nourishes my eyesight. My eyesight is nothing but it is within my heart, and my heart is a part of Paramatma within me, and Paramatma within me is nothing but within Parabrahma, and the Parabrahma is nothing but the infinite consciousness. This infinite consciousness is there in every, means in toto, we consider the infinite consciousness is only the one that exists throughout, whether it is man or environment, whether it is any living thing or non-living thing. This infinite consciousness is the Atma, Paramatma, and this Parabrahma Swarupam, and all these things are connected to each other. Next, Chandrama, when we call up moon, this Chandrama Manasasataha Mano Hrudaye Hrudayamayi Aham Amrute Amrutam Brahmani. The moon deity present in me nourishes my mind. My mind is connected to my heart. My heart is a part of Paramatma within me. And this Paramatma is nothing but Parabrahma. And this is nothing but again the infinite consciousness. And going to the next Disha, all this Dikkulu, or what we consider. So whether it is east, west, and east, west, the south, and the north, and not only that, all these things, they are connected with our ears. That's why my hearing is nourished by preceding deities of 10 directions. Whatever directions that are there, all 10 directions they are present. They are connected to my hearing. And this connected hearing is again connected to my heart. My heart is a part of Paramatma, and this Paramatma is within Parabrahma and the infinite consciousness. Then we are going to Apo. After this, we are going to Jalam. Apo me reta sisritaha reto hrudaye hrudayam mayi aham amrute amrutam brahmani. The deities who control the waters are present in my vital life, nourishing my seed, semen. The seed is connected to my heart. My heart is a part of Paramatma within me. And this Paramatma is within Parabrahma, and that is nothing but the infinite consciousness. Then after Jalam, Prithvi has come. This Prithvi me sarire sritaha, this body has come from it. Sariragam hrudaye hrudayam mayi aham amrute amrutam brahmani. My body, this material body, is getting nourished by the goddess of earth, present in my body and connected to my heart. And my heart is a part of Paramatma within me. And this Paramatma is within Parabrahma, me, the infinite consciousness. After all this, Oshati Vanaspatayo Loma Susrita, all these water Vanaspatis, whatever plants they are present on earth, they are nothing but our hair that is present in our head and throat body. It is just equivalent to this Vanam of the earth, and the Vanam of the body is related to that. So the herbs, plants, and trees, the forests are present in my hair, in the hair growth of my body. The hairs in my body are nourished by my heart. My heart is nothing but Paramatma within me, and Paramatma is within Parabrahma, this infinite consciousness. Indro me bale sitaha, whatever our all organs, they have got the strength. How this strength has come? This strength means the Indra, who rules almost all these things, and indirectly the power that is existing in our body is nothing but the Indra. And Balagam Hrudaye Hrudayamayi Aham Amrute Amrutam Brahmani. God Indra is present in my physical strength. My strength is connected to my heart. My heart is a part of Paramatma within me, and Paramatma is within Parabrahma, nothing but infinite consciousness. Parjanyo me murtisataha murdha hrudaye hrudayamayi aham amrute amrutam brahmani. When we talk about clouds, it is nothing but The crown of my head is nourished by the lightning, which is connected to my heart, and a part is of Paramatma within me, and Paramatma is within Parabrahma, infinite consciousness. Then Ishano me Manyosatha, Ishano me is the Lord Shiva, manifesting everywhere, is also present in my feelings. That's why Ishano me Manyosatha. In our mind, it is existing. Manyur Hrudaye, Hrudayamayi, Aham Amrute, Amrutam Brahmani. May my feelings be connected to my heart. My heart is a part of Paramatma, and this Paramatma is within Parabrahma, the infinite consciousness. Atmane, Atmanisita, the soul that is present. This is nothing but again connected to myself. And Atmane, Atmanisita, Atma Hrudaye, Hrudayamayi, Aham Amrute, Amrutam Brahmani. The physical identity that is present within me is connected to my higher self. My self is connected to my heart. My heart is a part of Paramatma and within me. And this Paramatma is within Parabrahma, nothing but the infinite consciousness. Punarma Atma, Punarayuragat, Punah Prana, Punarakutamagad, Vaisvata Naru, Virasmihibhir, Ya Antasti, Satsamruta Sragopaha. This is the last stanza. That is the last sentence he says. So everything, whatever is there, let this Atma be present in my pranas, the pranas which have this in the visited all ultimate station itself, my body once again, let everything pervade my whole body to make me healthy, and may the eternal God, may the God of fire flare up and within the right flames and increase the complete strength in me, and let all the gods who are the protectors of myself stand alert with my chant of Rudra. So whatever Rudra I'm paying, it is nothing but we are inputting, we are asking, we are praying all Panchamahabhutas, means this environment to protect us. So this is this. Is it so? Is it really happening? Are we really helping this? If we see it, definitely we find something different, where it is a very sad thing to see the growth of population, the noise that pollutes the body, the vehicles that make this environment polluted, and this cosmic rays, and the industries how they are making, and the deforestation, and lastly nothing but the mobiles. So all these things we are engulfed. We are all this. We mean exactly that is attacking Earth also, and that's why it is also giving reaction to all this. That's why there is a global warming. There is a untimely rains and untimely all havocs are taking place because of this only. So population, see this stark cannot hold so many things, children, and noise horrible, and the vehicles, the way they make, and as such to see this, we are going to this is Mother Earth, how our Mother Earth is affected by the bullets of mechanical injuries, climate injuries, and all biological, chemical, physical, and political, occupational, and physical, and all these things, these like bullets, they are coming and attacking our Mother Earth. See how our Mother Earth starts suffering because of these things happening in the universe, the environment. So all the chemicals and gases, fumes, acids, alkalis, dust, minerals, metals, and all these things, they are hurting Earth. And by industries, by many other factors, this all injurious gases are released. So we are instead of exploring nature, we are exploiting nature, and we are drawing all things which are harming the environment itself. When environment harms, we are harming ourselves only. Going to the biological, bacterial, viral, helminthes, rodents, and animals. Not only that, the viral, which are now with the disease, we see recent terms in the corona and all these things. We are going to a very bad shape, and all these bacterial, the biological war is going on because of this mental pollution only. So the mechanical injuries, the accidents, and all that. Because of the accidents, you will find many things are happening. And in the same way, the physical, the heat, cold, pressure, radiation, air, water, light, noise, how they are causing, we all know. The social economic poverty and bad habits, particularly smoking, alcohol, the addictions, how they are spoiling. And if the climate is making, again, earthquakes, cyclones, and fires, and all that, the occupational, particularly this again, it's a stress. Systemic disease of specific pollutants are also taking place. And politically, the wars, maybe social activities, and even biological wars are also going on nowadays. So these are all the various things we are getting exposed, and it is causing a very havoc situation even in the health of the man. So mental and moral corruption and adulteration are few more examples of the violation of nature's harmony. Usually the man wants, with all this, he wants to eat the basket of fruits, which is having all sweet and honey, and whereas all these things are turning poisonous to him when the practical things are going on. That's why generally we had we have Atlas. Atlas means a demon who holds the earth on his shoulders. I mean, it is a story which you used here about 40, 50 years back. It used to be there in the textbooks, saying that Atlas used to bear this earth on the shoulders, and once Hercules happens to come there, and he was asked to hold the earth and all that. So here, what is exactly happening? The Atlas, now let us just assume the Atlas is holding this, and the Atlas is not able to bear all the things that are happening in the earth. So this is intolerable, unbearable. I would throw off this earth filled with pollution from my shoulders at any point of time. Already, he is also giving cautions. Ready? 1, 2, 3. If he finishes his 3, perhaps he may throw off this globe anywhere. Means it means the complete prana is getting affected by this. Why man is doing all this? For his comforts. What type of comforts he wants? He wants to take fresh air. Is he able to take fresh air? He wants to take potable water. Is he drinking potable water? And he wants to eat good food. Is he able to take good food? Is he living in an ideal house? Is he hearing soothing music? Is he getting away from the heavy electromagnetic waves, TV, radio, wireless, X-rays, whatnot? So many cosmic rays they are affecting him. And apart from that, the most polluting factor nowadays is found in mobiles. Even the children are affected by this. The children are given even from the childhood of from say, 2 years old child also wants a big mobile, and we would not know how radiation is taking place, and in future how the child is going to suffer from various bad effects of mobile utility. Apart from all the above, it is not becoming difficult for him to keep himself away from tensions? maybe family, maybe society, maybe occupation, and due to increase of unending desires. All these things are happening because of the unending desires only. And drugs, again, another one which is causing more problems. So all things are causing more problems to him. That's why we see there is a big stanzas that are present in this. And I'll read. This is written by Haridatta Sharmanaha and Lasar Latika from the Kavyam. These are the things present. And I will read it from my this thing. Otherwise, if the Durvahamatra Jeevitam Jatam Prakrutireva Saranam Suchi Paryavaranam. This becomes very difficult to live. This life, it is to live, it has become Prakriti, only Prakriti can save us. Suchi Paryavaranam. Only we have to make Suchi of this Paryavaranam. Unless we make Suchi of this Paryavaranam, it is difficult for us to live. I'll see. One minute, please. And Mahanagara Madhye Chaladadisam Kala Yasacha Chakram. You see in Mahanagar, particularly those who live in Mahanagaras, how they are suffering. And Anisam, every day and night, they are in this Kala Yasacha Chakram. Means Kala means particularly the iron wheels, they are causing more problem. Now what it is doing, Manam Soshayat, with this mind is becoming totally dried, and Peshayat, Tanu Peshayat, this Tanu, this Sairam is becoming squeezed or they ground. Brahmato Sada, every time, all the time, you find this particular mind and body, it gets totally by this environment. Dante is just like this Dante, the teeth, which are causing, or the most sharp teeth, they are causing a problem to this, and this complete Jana Krasanam, the complete praja, the man is becoming totally crushed by all this stuff, stress and all that. And that is the first stanza we will find in these. And going to the second stanza, it is how you all see how these vahanas, the cars, the vehicles, how it is causing it. Kajjalamadinam dhumam munchati satasakatiyanam Vashpayana mala sanghavati vitaranti dvanam Yananam panktayo hyanantaha Kathinam samsaranam suchi. Again, Kajjalam, complete totally just like the very black kind of smoke which is coming from the Satasakate, means hundreds of vehicles, they are leaving this smoke. It is causing totally air pollution. Vashprayanama, just like trains. So usually in the steam rails, the talking about, maybe this was written long time back where our diesel engines and electric engines were not there. Those steam engines he is talking about, the Sanghavati Vitaranti Dvanam, and with the sounds that make the sound pollution, how it occurs because of the trains and all that. Yananam Panktayo is the Yananam, the traveling which comes in queue, they are Katinam Sansmaranam. It has become very difficult to move in such a thing. Suchi Paryavaranam is our Lakshyam. We have to go for the Suchi of Paryavaranam. Then only we can do something about it. And then Vayumandalam prusam trushitam nirmalam jalam. Here neither Vayumandalam is good and particularly Achyadhika dushitam. Prusam dushitam nahi nirmala jalam. This complete water is also getting polluted because of industrial water, because of all things that have come from outside and which is causing jala dushitam. Kutsitvantu misritam bhakshyam. Whatever we eat, that also completely it has become that bhakshyam. Whatever we eat, that also becomes samalam, dharatalam. This dharatalam also is becoming totally polluted. Karaniyam bahirantargati. What we have to see, antar and I mean, not only the outside, even inside of our body also, there is a big pollution and adulteration. That should be Suddhikaranam. We have to make it clean. The clean environment is necessary. And this clean environment only make, that is again Suchi Paryavaranam. Then we go to the another one. It is a very great thing we'll see. Kanchit kalam naya mama snanam nagarat. Mama sman nagarat bahuduram. Means at least for some time, let me go out of this Nagaram, Mahanagaram. Then let me go to my small villages where some nadis and the rivers are flowing and the tanks are there, and where I can have some peaceful time. Ekante kantere kshanamapi syatas charanam. So let me go sometime outside the let me go to a small village, my village, old village. There you see in this all children, they go to the tanks and particular lakes and they swim in rivers. They swim. They get some benefits from this. And here I am giving some this thing. He is my nephew.
అమ్మా అదిగోనే అది నేను కర్వది రైల్వే గేట్ పడింది. ఇప్పుడు గేట్ లోంచి బయటకు వచ్చాం. చిన్నప్పుడు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి బావి దగ్గర నీళ్లు తోడే బావిది. ఎప్పుడు కట్టించారా ఈ బావి అని చూస్తే 1951, 52 అంటే బహుశా నేను పుట్టలేదు. ఇగో శిలాఫలకం వేశారు దీని మీద 1951, 52 అని. ఈ బావిలో నీళ్లు ఉన్నాయా? నీళ్లు ఉన్నాయి, బాగానే ఉన్నాయి. ఇగో ఇది మనం చిన్నప్పుడు తీసుకొని వచ్చే కరవది చెరువు. ఇది చెరువులో నీళ్లు బాగానే ఉన్నాయి. బర్రెలు కూడా ఉన్నాయి బాగానే. ఇక్కడ బర్రెలు ఉన్నాయి. ఇగో గుడి కనిపిస్తుంది ఎక్కడి నుంచి. గుడి, చెరువు, గుడి, చెరువు, గుడి. దెన్ ఆంజనేయ స్వామి గుడి, రాముల వారి గుడి, వెంకటేశ్వర స్వామి గుడి, అన్ని గుళ్ళు ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ. దెన్ రోడ్ అంతా కూడా వేసారు ఇప్పుడు. ఇంకో మన నీళ్లు కట్టుకునే మెట్లు కూడా అక్కడే ఉన్నాయి. చిన్నప్పుడు నీళ్ళు తీసుకొని వచ్చి ఇంకో పొంగల్తో నీళ్ళు తీసుకొని వచ్చి పట్టేవాళ్ళం. టవల్ ఏదో కట్టేసి తీసుకునే వాళ్ళం. ఆ నీళ్ళే తాగేవాళ్ళం. మనకు ఇప్పుడు ఏ రోగాలు లేవు. హలో, యా,
And this is one thing I would like to focus on. The old village, I mean our village is about 50 years back. About 50 years back, the village which we lived. 50 years back, the village which we lived, and how the things, particularly 2 years back, my nephew had gone to our village and he has seen all this. And there he examined, I mean, he was thrilled seeing that simplicity of that village, and where he was here, otherwise in Hyderabad and Visakhapatnam all these years. Only for about 5-7 years he was there. He came to our village up and down for some time. And now when he recently went to my village, he saw all these things and he was very much surprised. And I'll tell you a story also, a small story. And once a very rich man who was a multi-millionaire, a trillionaire, and he was enjoying the time in Mahanagari, big cities. And from here, once he had happened to go to, he wanted to go to his native place in of the young age, and he wanted to take his son also. He wanted to show him that how poor they were, and how he's enjoying now, and he's enjoying in this big cities, having ACs and many things, all modern facilities he's enjoying, and he has been taken to that place. When he was taken to that place, there he has shown like this lakes and all that. You see, here they are taking dirty water. Here they are washing all these things. And again, you see there are so many dogs here and they are causing problem. And again, there is no cleanliness at all. And they are all dirty people. And they see how these huts are there, how these small houses are there. Are they now, if you compare this place to our place where we are living, we are living in a very big this thing. Like that, he was telling all these stories to him. And then after hearing all that, when he was taken back, then he was asked, how do you like this? And how we are enjoying and how they are suffering. He said, Papa, now to say very frankly, we are suffering and they are enjoying. Because we have 4 dogs, we have only 1 dog, they have 4 dogs on street. And when we have only one, we don't see moon at all. They see moon, stars, and in the open air, they enjoy life. And when the complete roads are when they go very calm, and people are so much affected, they come and talk. They are very nice, and everybody, there is a good company there. And whereas in our place, even mother does not talk to son, or son does not, because there is no time for them to speak to each other. My father does not talk to a child, and child does not talk to father. And it is a kind of life we are spending. And whereas there, the people are so much free, and they are living so nicely and such things. And see, they are enjoying this Harita Tarunam, Lalitam, Latanam, Malaramaniyam, Kusumavalim, Samira, Chalita, Dhyanne, Varaniya, Navamanikara Salam, Milita, Ruchira Sangaman. So they are enjoying all this green food, green this, particularly the creepers and the rasa. They also are taking this mango juice. I mean, they are enjoying real life. And whereas myself, that's why at least for some time, let me go to village and spend such time than spending such a nice time here in this. That's why he is talking. I Chalbando Kola Kalarava Gunjita Vanadesham Pura Kalarava Sambramita Janepio Grita Sanga Sokapandesham Chaka Chekjalam No Kuriya Jivita Saharanam Suchi Paryavanam. Let us go to that place. Let us enjoy that vanam. Let us see how this complete birds are making noise. How that having Nishkalmasha in 20, their people and the whatever we are learning, we get complete philosophy of the life from them, and let us enjoy that. That is nothing but Suchi Paryavarnam. We get it from there. And going to this final, Prastharatale Lata Ragmalano Bhavantu Vishta. So this Prastharatale, whatever earth, it is covered by all these stones and all that. So they are not allowing it to grow. See, everywhere there are cement roads. And the cement roads are these stones, if you go to, particularly if you see our Hyderabad, every inch of Hyderabad is occupied by only the stony things. Very difficultly we find any place where some plants are there, some garden is there. Previously, there were the big houses were there, and big gardens were there, and they are enjoying it. But nowadays, even 2 inches gap will be there between two houses. Such a thing you will find so much congestion is there, and this congestion is making more of the Pashani Sampyata Nisarkesyana Samavista. So all these things like Pashan, the stones, they are making this, and this Manavaya Jivan Kamayeno Jivan Maranam. This kind of living is causing us so much problem to all of us. So such things we see. Now I'm going to show you another thing where how the people of village, they interact with each other, how they talk. And again, say my nephew went to my village and he has seen the old people there, and then he talked to them. Let us enjoy the speech. Let us enjoy how they speak to each other.
మా చిన్నప్పుడు లంచ్ టైంకి మాకు చెంపిచ్చి 5ంటికి వెళ్ళి అదే పెరుగో మజ్జిగో తెమ్మనేవారు కదా. ఇగో 5ంటికి వచ్చేవాళ్ళం. నేను వెంకట సుబ్బమ్మ గారి కూతురు కుసుమమ్మ కొడుకునండి. మాకు చిన్నప్పుడు భోజనం టైంకి మజ్జిగ తెమ్మన్నారు మాకు చెంపిచ్చి. మీ పేరు? వెంకాయమ్మ. గుర్తుందా? కుసుమమ్మ గుర్తుందా?
గుర్తులేదు నాకయ్యా.
గుర్తుందా? అది ఆవిడ కొడుకునే నేను. వస్తా ఉంటుంది అంటే ఆవిడకి ఇప్పుడు 74 ఏళ్ళు. అవును, వెళ్ళింది వచ్చింది మళ్ళీ వెళ్ళి వచ్చింది. నేను ఇవాళ వచ్చాను, ఒంగోలుకి వచ్చాను. సరే ఒంగోలుకి వచ్చాను కదా, కర్వాది పక్కనే కదా అని చెప్పి. అవును, మా చెల్లెళ్ళు, నేను కాదు. నేను మా అన్న. అవును అవును, కావాలి పిల్లలు అందరూ బాగున్నారు.
ఎప్పుడు మీ ఇంట్లోనే ఉండలేదంటే.
అవునా?
అయితే అందరం చూసయ్యా, మన వాళ్ళు అందరం చూసి వచ్చామంటాలే.
ఎక్కడ?
ఆడ మన ఉమాదేవిని.
మా పక్కనే కదా ఉంటారు. ఇప్పుడు మేము ఇక్కడ మా ఇల్లు అయితే మా కృష్ణామిల్ల పక్కనే. కృష్ణామిల్ల దగ్గర ఉంటుంది. నాకు కొడుకు. అన్నయ్యకి పిల్లలు లేరు. మా చెల్లిద్దరికి పిల్లలు ఉన్నారు. ఒక కొడుకు కూతురు, ఒక కొడుకు అలా ఉన్నారు వాళ్ళకి. హుషారు లేదు. మా నాన్న ఇంకా హుషారుగానే ఉన్నారు.
అప్పుడు
అవునా? ఒకటి చెప్పు, గుర్తు ఎత్తుకొని చూస్తా.
నవ్వుతారు మాటలు. మేము పిచ్చోళ్ళు అందరం ఉండేవాళ్ళం. తింటానికి వంటానికి పెడుతుండేదిలే. మేమొక్కడ తీసి అయ్యా గుర్తుగా పిచ్చి రోజులు అయ్యా. ఎందుకుంటా చేస్తానట, ఎందుకు ఎగతాళి చేస్తాను.
ఎందుకు అయిపోయింది? మా అమ్మ చూసి సంతోషిస్తుంది. ఏమో తెలియదు. తెస్తాను. ఆవిడకి తెలుసా? మా అమ్మ తెలీదా? రంగమ్మ. నేను కుసుమమ్మ కొడుకునండి. అవునా? అవునా?
నేను అన్నాథ్ బాబు మామయ్య కొడుకు ఏమో అనుకున్నా.
లేదు, అనాథ కొడుకు
అయ్యా. మా ఊరని మనూరని వచ్చావు. అబ్బాయి అందరూ గుర్తాయన. ఉమాదేవి గట్టిగా మీ నాన్న కూడా తీసుకొని రా.
చేస్తాను ఒకసారి.
ఉమాదేవి అందరూ ఇక్కడికి పోయినోడు చిన్న పిల్ల.
అవునా?
భలే సందడి ఆయన మనుషులే.
ఎవరు?
మీ నాన్నే.
అవునా?
ఇంట్లోకి రానప్పుడు వాళ్ళు ఉన్నాడు అనహారితోడు. ఇచ్చాడమ్మా, ఇల్లు కట్టుకుంటా ఉన్నాను. మంచివాడు ఇచ్చాడు మామయ్య.
చిదంబరం
మొన్న వచ్చిపోయిలా. ఈ మధ్య 2-3 సార్లు వచ్చాడు. తెలుసు అందరూ.
So here what I want to tell is how the people from village, how the mentality of the people, and if you see in Hyderabad or any big cities, are we finding such affection? Are we able to enjoy this? Are we able to do? I mean, when really, when we see this, it was a very beautiful. I mean, recently when he has gone and he has brought all this, he has shown me. Really, we were all thrilled. The way they were, I mean, they remember us even after 50 years. I mean, we have almost come from our old village about 50 years back. From then onwards, even today also, they remember us. And even today, they talk so affectionately and they praise us. And this is all such kind of thing. Are we finding in our big cities? Such things are not at all present. That's why I want to say, hey, at last, hold on now. We are collectively committed to protect environment. To protect environment, we are all committed. In this, environmental pollution is more important. This mental pollution has to be immediately. We have to somehow see that that mental pollution should be removed. We have to contend. And let us understand the interaction between man and environment with a special reference to mind. When our mind is good, when our mind is not polluted, naturally everything is wonderful and the ecological balance will be maintained. Unless unless man functions harmoniously and compatibly with the environment, it is very difficult to uphold the ecosystem undisturbed. So, scientific is man's hyperbolic action to achieve worldly comforts is exploiting nature. Man must have envisaged to derive energies from physical world like wind, sea wave, thermal, tidal, nuclear, muscle, pull, horse, political power, and so on. Consequently, he is tightly enveloped by the current of pollution, and urgently he must contend with it. Watch your health. When we consider health, one should be spiritually healthy, one should be mentally healthy, one should be physically healthy, one should be socially healthy, one should have a good job and a healthy job should be there, and financial health also should be there. Let us see how each works, particularly the watch is, watch your health. As such a long time back, Puttapati Sai Baba has given a definition for watch, that word health. Watch means one is he should be spiritually healthy. For spiritually means the words, whatever he speaks, that should be healthy words. And whatever he speaks that should be very spiritual. And everything he must devote himself to the God. And whatever that comes out from his mouth should be related to only the spirit, the God. And Satvika words should be mentioned. These harsh words should be there. So going to the next, actions. Whatever actions he plays, whatever the way he behaves, that behavior should also be very, very spiritual. Whatever he does it, whatever actions he makes, that all should be only applicable to only God, and all actions should be related to heart itself. When we say the words, these are two things. We, in our Veda Samskruti Samiti, we have two big slogans in the beginning itself. Satyam Vada, Dharmanchara. Satyam Vada is nothing but words, and Dharmanchara is nothing but actions. In this, Satyam Vada, speak truth, pursue righteousness. These are the two important things we have, and these are the great standard words that are there. And particularly the words, when we consider the Sabdamu, the Vakyamu, Anni Bhagavat Peritamai undali. And whatever Sabda, whatever sentence you speak, that should be related to only God, the Dehamu, Manasu, Chittamu, Ibuddhi, and Prasadave. These are nothing but all over this body is nothing but is Prasadam. And so whatever is saying, we have to give it to him only, because we are taken from him. So we have to give back to him all these things, whatever we are given, we are taken from him. And so such things, particularly Satyam Vada means it is mentioned in our this thing, particularly we do Satyanarayana Vratam. Satyanarayana Vratam, when we talk about it, many people will, we know Satyanarayana Vrata Kathalu also. Satyanarayana Vrata Kathalu has got very, very deep meanings in it. And we all know only the stories. The stories, if we understand it Adhyatmikanga, Tatvika Paranga, if we think Satyam Narayana, Satyam means truth is God. Truth is nothing but Narayana. And when we speak, that should be truth. That should be Satyam Vada. Satyam Vada means this is nothing but we are speaking only on God itself. So the truth is God itself. That's why whatever you speak, if it is a truth, definitely that is only required by man who must speak truth. And that's why Satyanarayana means we know all this. I will tell you the stories in a very brief, about only 5-10 minutes it will take. And all 5 stories are nothing. They deal with only Satyam. Satyame Narayanam, and only doing this. So this total body, when we consider the organs and all these things, they are nothing but if we say our body is nothing but Vishwam, and this body, all organs, our cells, whatever the living organisms, whatever cells that are there, they are all men. And these men, they suffer from some disease or not, some disease or something. And so all diseases, they go and they pray to the mind, saying it is nothing but the Sudha Maharshi, and asking him to, mind is just related to Sudha Maharshi, and ask him to tell the way to come out from this. Then Sutta Maharshi says, once upon the same thing, Narada happened to visit all the people, and he understood the sufferings, and he went to Vaikuntham, and Vaikuntham he has he asked Vishnu, and what is the solution for all these things, and men are suffering. Then he said only one thing: if people are truthful to themselves, if they are truthful, and everything will be healthy. So he has given this, and how truth should be there? He should speak truth, he should implement truth, he should spread truth, and he should do all these things. And that also, how in the first story itself, we all know all these things, as if people have gone to Sutta Maharshi. Sutta Maharshi has narrated to this Narada. Narada has gone to Vishnu. Vishnu has narrated the stories of Narayana, Satyam, Narayana, Satyam. And this, how to do this puja means it's nothing but how you first, all these bhutas, whatever we have said, Panchamaha bhutas or Navagrahas, and all these things we are narrating. We are truthful to this. That's why you are all there as Saksha. You are all Sakshis of my Satyam. So from here onwards, I speak truth only. Those whoever all have done it, they have enjoyed the fruits of life. That is there in the first this thing. In the second thing, those who have implemented, those who do not have santanam, they have got it. Those who do not have money, they have got it. So this is again the second one, they have got it. The third is in the story, once a Vaishya, he has gone there, and he saw the Raja performing puja, and he asked about it, and he said, because I do not have children, I'm doing this puja, so I get. So those who want children, they get it. That's why he said, I also will go to home, and I will also do it. And he goes home, and he has postponed it. Since he has postponed not doing puja on that particular time, he though they have got a child, a baby child, a girl baby child, they got it. It is in the third story, and from there again the story you will find. They say not now, after at the time of marriage will do. It means he is postponing telling truths. It is all postponement of truths, and not sticking to the truths, and forgetting the truths, and again neglecting the truths, and rejecting the truths. These are the 5 important things we understand about Satyanarayana Vratam. And if we try to go just deep into the meaning of every story, you come across only this kind of messages each story gives us. So doing actions, going to the action. Going to action is again, we consider it as the dharmanchara. If we are Ramo, Vigrahan Dharmaha, Satyam Narayan, Satya Harishchandra is only one whom till now we consider is only the man who has told every time only truth. And whereas this Dharmanchara, Ramo, Vigrahan Dharmaha, and when we take example, these two people only we get in our Puranas, and when we all have to grow to the extent again, telling as many truths as possible, as much dharma as possible, we have to do it. So to let us know about it, it is told about thoughts. Every time our thoughts should be with only God. When we see in Mahapuranas, Yambarisha, Prahlada, and so on, so many bhaktas, every time if they sit about, they talk about Hari, they talk about Vishnu, they talk about, they drink, they walk, they speak, they dance, they play, only God. Such things should be there. And going to character is again the fourth one he said, and it is the most, the Salem is more a character. If once character is lost, everything is lost. It is known to everyone, and such a slogan. And the heart should be also so much clean. And when your heart, when you give a heart to the God, and you will not have heart disease at all. So such a thing, when we do it, that will help us. And then going to the mental conditions, wisdom. You should have particularly mental health. This, I mean, only the first, the Sai Baba has told, other things have been created by me. And this is about mental health. When we talk about mental health, the mental health is to be wisdom. You should have full wisdom to speak all good things only. And it means Jnanamu. How Jnana Samruti Ondali. And then Telivitatlu Ondali. Then you should have the ability to think and act. And the wisdom is nothing but Vichakshana Jnanam. Buddhi Bhaga Vikasansali. Buddhi Paricheseda wisdom to chesali. Tarata, while attitude Goda, it should be so much and Vaikhari, Dhorani, Vaikhari, attitude means our Dhorani, Padhati, Thiru, even you Goda, way of thinking, looking at the things, and all the things also should be very nice, and it should be as per the dharmas. Then going to the temperament, our swabhavam, how our swabhavam should be there. We should be as well as saintly swabhavam should be there, as sattvika swabhavam will be there, should be there. And there are usually, when we talk about temperament, there are about 4 types of temperaments generally told. One is sanguine temperament, choleric temperament, and melancholic temperament. And these are the temperaments generally told. This, when we say melancholic, means every time sad, should not be, you should not have that. When we say about every time sad, it is a sort of tamagastagada. When you have the another bilious temperament is a paichum, means the thought should not be anger, and that anger and excitement, that temperament will lead to this rajasaguna, and sanguine sattvika temperament will lead you to a good life. In the same way, contentment, you should have whatever is tripti, that tripti also you should have. I mean, I'll let you know little things immediately after this. Then humor, everything. I mean, the humor means you should not be like the humor which is present nowadays, all crooked jokes and all these things. They should be, that should give ahladam to your mind. That should give ahladam to your mind. Then going to the physical health, your weight, you have to see how much weight you have according to your height. Then your area, obesity, are you obese or thin? Timings, are you maintaining timings and all that? And the cleanliness, are you able to see cleanliness yourself and surround you? And then habits, what kind of habits we have. Social, how social you are. In this, the will again is more important. You have to see. In this, a legal declaration of person's wishes regarding means what you want, what is needed, and whatever is there, and you should be contented with it. So for that, your will should have, you should accept the good things and try to avoid receiving all bad things. And aptitude also, you should have this swabhavam, and this swabhavam is again yogyata, samadhyam, and these things are essential. Then going to the third, togetherness, you are all together, మీరంతా కలిసి ఉంటున్నారు, ఇంట్లో ఉండి కూడా there are fights, such things are there. Are you all united? So the unity is important, that unity whether one is maintaining or not. Then conduct, these all these things help bring nature. All these things reflect on your social health. Going to job, whether you are doing a perfect job, means as per the rules laid by your boss and your work. And again, aim, your aim should be you must finish your job. Whatever job that is given to you, you must finish it off. Togetherness, again there also the togetherness is more important. And commitment is you have to do job with a particular stipulated time, is within that stipulated time, whether you are in a position to complete the job or not. And honesty, whatever job you are doing, you should be honesty. You should not go for bribery. You should not go for all the recommendations and all that. When you do it heartfully, all these things that will help us. Going to the finance help, finance, wages. When we are doing job, you get wage. Within the wage, whatever you are trying, you should be able to get things whatever you want. And you should not have over greed about money. And whatever wages you are getting, if it is spent properly, that will be helpful to you. The accounts, what you must maintain proper accounts of your family itself. Then taxes, if you are liable to taxes, you have to pay taxes to the government. So that those taxes will help in return to help all the people of the country. Then consumption, whatever consumption you are taking, whether you are doing right consumption or not, that also should be in. We are doing all these things also, you'd be happy. But when you are there, all these things are there. Then a sort of means whatever is there, we have to assess ourselves, and we have to grow ourselves to reach the ultimates. Then are we following laws of nature? Then if you question, the laws that govern the universe are not different that govern the functions of the human body. There is no difference between environment and man, what we understand. The laws of mutuality, mutation, vital dynamics, and individualization are such kind of examples when we see both man and the environment, both have to face this. So I'll give only 6 questions, and within this means particularly www.com we say. I am talking about www.com, HTTP. It means what is the environment? First W is nothing but all physical, social, and cultural factors and conditions influencing the existence and development of the organism is called the environment. Why should we know about it? Because it is causing a threat to the health of the environment and as well the man on earth. It is causing defect for both the people in the environment, man, both are suffering from this because man is exploiting it. Man is again, environment is giving back the result of it. Who is responsible? When we talk, who is responsible? Who will be responsible? Only man is responsible. So when started, all these things, when it is the moment the greed has started for material benefits, this has started. Where are we going? 1 step forward and 3 steps backward. So we are not going forward. Only we are just showing as if we are going forward. We have invented this, we have caused this thing. But if you say if you go depth into the mind, if you deep into your mind, then if you ask yourself, are you happy? Are you contented? And definitely you get all negative answers. So we are going in a backward. That's why how to protect the environment, http.com is how to pollute this, how to combat this pollution is the thing. It is only possible with the right understanding and with the right approach only. So I'll give you some examples here. There are two men present, man with good resistance. Now, when we see a man with good resistance, a person is suffering from, if we catch, when he's exposed to cold, and 1 day or 2 days he suffers from cold, and secondly, again, third day, fourth day, again he comes back to normal. We are seeing that there are two photos here. In one is a healthy man. When he gets a catch, he slightly, some deviation is there, and again after 2-3 days, again he will come back to normal. This is how you will find in the man. In the same way, when environment is also affected, if your environment is healthy, if some slight defect is there, it will go back and again it will set itself normal. Then going to the second stage of man with moderate resistance. A man with good resistance will come back soon. And a man with moderate resistance, he will take more time to come back. So when it is causing, he will suffer from more time, and again gradually he will come back to healthy state. Again, if he continues to do that, again he will go back to that. He will become weak, and again further he becomes weak. And again, if you go to the third one, weak resistance. A person who has weak resistance, he is never healthy. He becomes weak and weaker, and again he goes to this, and again I have given you these arrow marks. Again, within these 3 stages only he goes, whereas the first stage of health is not maintained, it is not at all there. So, in fact, our environment is also in this condition now. So, all these 3 stages, the first stage has already gone. Now, we are in the 3 phases. Unless we wake up today, this it will not be, it becomes difficult for us to protect the total environment. That's why if you will see, if it goes a lack of resistance, if resistance is totally lost, once it gradually falls, and ultimately he goes to cremation. And all diseases which are now proving to be very dangerous, they are all in the same condition nowadays. We will find once a man goes, many cancer diseases are found nowadays. Many diseases unknowingly we find many people are suffering from, even in the young age, they are suffering from some disease because of, I think, not only this, even environment is also is an unpredictable environment. Weather conditions are taking place because of this. That's why every time we are getting global warming conditions and all this, that we have to be very careful, and we should make ourselves very cautious. I told you, environment and health, man. Here is a man. In the man, the red one is man, and again in this man you will find the functions and the body. The functions and organs. When we see here, number 1, man, 1 mental, the spiritual and psychic, and functional organic. They can be related to exactly the quality of the environment, the properties of the environment, and the quantity of the environment. How these things are mutually affected each other. This is how we understand this thing. That's why whatever we think, Jhayato Vishayan Pusa, Sangasteshu Upajayate, Sangat Sanjayate Kamaha, Kamat Krodho Vijayate. We all know in the second Sankhya Yoga, how Bhagavan Krishna has told us, Jhayato Vishayan, whatever we think about it, we go on thinking about it, we get attachment to this. When we get attachment, we want to have it, and that we get develop desire. We develop desire. That desire, if it is not satisfied, we go to angry, and if that angry is also not satisfied, that becomes krodha, anger, and that krodha is not that, so it becomes moha. That's a moha smriti vipramaha. Smriti bhramso buddhinasu buddhinaso pranasyati. It is there in our second Bhagavad Gita, Sankhya Yoga, that is 62 and 63 slokas. And Bhagavan has told us, you all should be like this and should not have that moham and all this, they lead to moham. So let us avoid, let us try to stick on to some of the important things. So this is how second 62. So I am suggesting a few moral remedies I think may be helpful to us. Attain real self-contentment. Means some people told me first in the beginning when I asked, yes, self-contentment means once anybody has contentment, he will not grow at all. No, I'm not talking about such contentment. I am talking about real self-contentment means from within you, what is said to be that gives you tripti. Tripti means mentally you should be satisfied. Your soul also should be satisfied with this. Such kind, whether you are having it or not. That should be there. The second, put a ceiling on undesirable desires. Here, one thing I want to tell you, having a desire not to have a desire is also a desire, but it is a desirable desire. So that is needed. Means having pray, you want to pray God, you want to meditate yourself to understand, you want to run, you want to live in the Sattva Dharma. These are the good things. Yes, you want to convert yourself into Rajasa to Sattvika. It is a very good thing. Such things it is not undesirable. It is a desirable desire. So only I am talking about the put a ceiling on undesirable desires only. Having desire not to have a desire is not a thing. So undesirable desires we should not have. Avoid excitement and emotions as you lose reasoning and harmony. Hence, that pollute these things. They pollute excitement, emotions. They pollute our mind, and you have to think, meditate, analyze, understand, and act upon the problems as they are. These are all things we have to think and do it, and then think over your problems as the whatever problems you have. Yeah, recently a person has come to me. He said, "Doctor Saab, I want to die. Give me a medicine to die." I mean, he is not a small, he is well established, very good. He is a very good bank employee and he has everything. But he has, I don't want to live. You give me medicine to kill. And I give you 1 lakh rupees, 1 crore rupees also. I said, okay, you have told me why you want to die. And he said, no, somehow I am disappointed, I don't want to live. Okay, I am your close friend. If I come and ask you, I want to die, what is your reply? Do you ask me to die? I mean, this is how we have to persuade, particularly when we persuade such people like this, then he has no answer at all. Yeah, how can I ask you to die? You are helping so many people like this. Then I said, in the same way, every man is useful to the society. Every man is born to do something good to the society. So you also do good. So having such things, have thoughts, is not at all good for health. And so slightly try to meditate upon, try to understand yourself. You are born to do something good to the society. Do that and forget about it. Then he was a little happy and then he has gone. Doctors nowadays is very nice. Then think over your problems as that of others. When you have problems, you think that only I have got these problems. No, not like that. Universally, everybody, many people suffer from this kind of problems. And but when we try to advise, the same advice, if we follow it, if the person whom I advised him, if he follows the same, that gives him understanding, clear understanding should be there. Let noble thoughts shower on you, that brings you mental health. Explore nature, do not exploit. This is one thing, sincere advice to all. As far as possible, you have to explore. When you explore, this is like ammani paaladutam. చిన్నప్పుడు పాలు అడిగినా, తర్వాత ఏమైనా తినటాన్ని అడిగినా అమ్మ ఇస్తుంది. నన్ను పెద్ద అయిన తర్వాత అమ్మ రొమ్ము గుద్ది పాలు తీసుకుందామను, లేకపోతే అమ్మని ఎక్స్ప్లాయిట్ చేసి అమ్మని హింసించి అమ్మ నగలని దోసుకుని వెళ్ళి అమ్మని హింసించి ఏమైనా చేసుకుందాం అనుకుంటే తప్పకుండా దాని ఫలితాన్ని మనం అనుభవించాల్సి వస్తుంది. So brooding over problems will overbreed all the problems, and do not receive your inner conscience. And if you blunder today, that will be a curse for you tomorrow. And stop living at the cost of others. That's why in the lastly I say, Sastry prajabhyam paripalayantam nyayena margena mahi mahisham go brahmanebhyah subhavastu nityam lokan samasta sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasyashalini desho yam क्षोभरहितं ब्राह्मणा सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मां कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय. This is the old saying we say, and try to, if we follow at least these 4 stanzas, we can live very happily in this environment. And this is how I am going to give my little presentation, which is given to Krishnarpanam. Om Tat Sat Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Hari Om to all.
ధన్యవాదములండి. Now, any questions, answers we would like to take? Anybody has any questions?
Yes. Yes, please.
I will just open. Anybody has questions, they can unmute and speak.
Sir, how do we contribute to the cleaning of environment or to make pollution from our side?
From our side, whatever has been told here, first,
yes, followed.
Cleaning is essential. Once we are truthful to yourself, we cannot, we only suggest to people, but whereas only we have to clean ourselves first from our meditation, and all these things are there. And with the meditation, we'll be able to achieve some good points, whatever we are told. In this, for mental health, if we are mentally free, almost we can avoid many of these things. And as far as possible, that Sattvika Buddhi we have to get. I mean, for that we should know what is Sattvika Buddhi, what is Rajasa Buddhi, what is Tamasa Buddhi, which is very well explained in Bhagavad Gita. In this Bhagavad Gita, when we study them, where we can analyze, we can differentiate, and with our vivechana, we can keep ourselves as far as possible away from it. But of course, that will slowly help us. When everybody thinks on those ways, definitely they grow better and environment will be better.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir, I am Ram Mohan Damile, sir.
Sir.
I have a point of view which you can elaborate on that.
Please.
As per the food is concerned, we have 2 ways of eating the food. One we say vegetarians, others non-vegetarians.
Yes.
That is one aspect. Now what I propose, what I think is that the vegetarian way of living and the non-vegetarian way of living. Forget vegetarian eating, non-vegetarian eating, but the way of living itself could be both a vegetarian way of living and a non-vegetarian of living.
Yes.
Can you add your thoughts to my proposal? Thank you.
Sir. Yes, sir. Man is basically meant to eat only vegetarian food. Basically. And particularly the non-vegetarian eaters, particularly if you see animals which eat non-vegetarian and the animals which eat vegetarian, when we see the lower jaw acts only in vegetarians and lower and upper jaw acts in non-vegetarians. So when you see Simha and all these wild animals, you see both upper jaw and lower jaw, they open like this and they hold things from both sides. And whereas the human beings and some of the buffaloes and these things, only the lower jaw only moves, whereas the upper jaw does not move. It means all those things, we are provided only the lower jaw. Lower jaw is meant to eat only the Sakaharam or the vegetarian. That vegetarian gives us, that's why Satvika Guna should be more in men or in the particularly human beings. That human being, when he has started, during, people say long ago, they were non-vegetarian. Non-vegetarian is also essential, particularly for Kshatriya, to improve their gunas. They used to take non-vegetarian, particularly Kshatriyas. They need this Kshatriya means the excitement should be there. That excitement also, in that also they used to choose only those such sattvic animals only, like this jinka, mrigas and all these things only, so that their mentality also are like that only. But whereas the wild animals and wild thoughts and wild way of thinking, wild way of doing is a sort of particularly himsa pravrutti to చేసేవి అది అంత మంచి కాదు. So when we see our Bhagavad Gita, it is also mentioned how sattvic food is there, how food converts, what is mother of and ఇవన్నీ మనకున్నాయి. అలాగే sattvic type of food is there, rajasic type of food is there, and tamasic type of food that is very well mentioned in our Bhagavad Gita. And if we follow those rules, our temperament also goes accordingly. Hari Om.
Okay.
సార్ ఇక్కడ నా పాయింట్ ఏమంటే సార్, harm not others and even self. ఏ హింస, హర్ట్ టు హార్మ్ ఏదైనా కూడా నాన్ వెజిటేరియన్ వే ఆఫ్ లివింగ్. అది చేయకుండా ఉంటే వెజిటేరియన్ వే ఆఫ్ లివింగ్. అంటే నా కాంటెంప్లేషన్ ఆ కోణం నుంచి. మీరు ఇందాక అన్నారు సాఫ్ట్ అనిమల్స్ ని తినడం అనేది, ఏ అనిమల్ అయినా కూడా లివింగ్ అనిమల్ ని కట్ చేసి తినడం అనేది అంతకన్నా ఘోరం ఇంకొకటి లేదు. అంటే లా డస్ నాట్ ప్రొహిబిట్ ఈటింగ్ నాన్ వెజిటేరియన్స్ ఎక్సెప్ట్ కిల్లింగ్ ఏ హ్యూమన్ అండ్ ఈటింగ్. ఒకవేళ లా దానికి లేకపోతే మనిషిని ఇంకో మనిషిని కూడా చంపి తినడానికి వెనకాడే పరిస్థితి లేదు. సిన్స్ ద లా ప్రొహిబిట్స్ అండ్ యు ఆర్ పనిష్డ్ ఇఫ్ యు ఈట్ ఏ హ్యూమన్, హ్యూమన్ ఈజ్ ఎగ్జంప్టెడ్. నాన్ హ్యూమన్స్ ఏది కనిపిస్తే అది తినడము. అంటే మనం we can't help it. I am just putting my concern and my thought. That's it.
You are right, sir. That himsa pravrutti, it will raise the people. Once you start doing, once you kill an animal, you don't mind killing a human being.
Anybody, anything.
Anybody.
Harming anybody.
Hurting it, because even if they cry, they make you cry, you will not mind at all. That's why they get that resistance. So you are very much right about it.
Right.
Okay, Chakrapani garu.
Is it Chakravarti, sir?
Oh, Chakravarti garu.
Sir, pranam Acharya ji, and your discourse is so encircled. It's not only the environment and all the walks of life connected with the environment you have covered. And as a professor of homeo medicine, your lecture is so sweet. Maybe in the homeo medicine, the pills will be sugar coated for the treatment. But your lecture and presentation is so sweet. I say it is a nectar of sweetness.
Thank you
to you for the excellent presentation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
అయ్యా, నేను రంగస్వామి మాట్లాడుతున్నాను.
చెప్పండి సార్.
ఇప్పుడు సెల్ఫ్ కంటైన్మెంట్ అంటారు కదా,
అవునండి.
అది ఎట్లాగా అటైన్ చేయడం?
మనకు అవగాహన ఉంటే వస్తుందండి. మనకి ఏ విషయం అయినా సరే అవగాహన ఉండాలి. నిజంగా కోపం రాదు, కానీ మన కోపం మీద అవగాహన లేక కోపం వస్తుంది. ఏ విషయం అయినా సరే మీరు ఒక విషయం చెప్పండి, కోపం వచ్చే విషయం ఏది లేదు. కానీ మనకు అవగాహన లేకుండా కోపం, ఎందుకంటే మనలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఆ ఈగో ఎక్కడో హర్ట్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఆ ఈగో హర్ట్ తోటి వచ్చినప్పుడు తప్పితే మిగతాది ఏం కాదు. మనం ఆ ఈగో మనం ఇది అవసరం, ఈ కోపం మీరే కొద్దిసేపు అయింది, అరే నేను అవసరంగా కోపడ్డానే అని మీ అంతటి మీరే రియలైజ్ అవుతారు. సచ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ రియలైజేషన్ when it comes, it means what you have done is wrong. So let us correct ourselves and in future let me not do that.
మనసుకు పట్టని ఏ విషయానికి వింటే కోపం వచ్చేస్తుంది.
కోపం వస్తుంది. అది అప్పుడు మనం అనలైజ్ చేసుకోవాలి మనలో మనం.
అది మన చేతుల్లో లేదు.
ఈజ్ ఇట్ ద టైమ్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ యాంగర్? ఐ మీన్ మనం ఈ విషయానికి ఇంత కోపం తెచ్చుకోవాలా?
ఏదైనా అన్యాయం జరిగింది అనుకోండి, దాన్ని మనం చేయలేదు, కానీ చూసినప్పుడు మనకి మనసులో ఉద్యోగం వస్తుంది. ఆ ఉద్యోగంలో కోపం వస్తుంది.
ఇప్పుడు అన్యాయం జరుగుతుంది ఎక్కడో, మన ఏదైనా ఎవరైనా ఒకరిని హింసిస్తూ ఉంటే అది చూసినా కూడా వాడేంటి ఇంత దుర్మార్గం అని చెప్పి లోపలికి కోపం వస్తుంది. కానీ దేర్ ఆర్ టూ థింగ్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ హిమ్, ద పర్సన్ హూ ఈజ్ సఫరింగ్. ఆ ప్రొటెక్షన్ని హింసగా మనం ఆలోచించకూడదు. వాళ్ళని రక్షించడానికి ఏమైనా మెజర్ తీసుకొని పక్క తీసుకోవడం. అది కంటెంట్మెంట్ అనేది కూడా అక్కడ మనం మంచి పని చేస్తే మనం ఆ రోజు మీరు ఏదైనా మంచి పని చేయండి, ఆ రోజు మీకు నిద్ర పట్టినట్లుగా. మీరేమైనా చెడు పని చేస్తే ఆ రోజు పట్టదు. మీరు చేస్తే అంటే కోసుకో అలవాటైన వాళ్ళకి ఇప్పుడు అందరికీ చెడ్డ పని చేస్తే కానీ నిద్ర పట్టట్లేదు. ఇట్స్ ఎ డిఫరెంట్ ఇష్యూ. బట్ టు సే మనం ఆలోచన అట్లా మనం చేస్తే కానీ కాదనమాట. అది
నెక్స్ట్ ఈ మన ఇంతకుముందు వక్త చెప్పినట్టుగాను నాన్ వెజ్ వెజ్ అనేది చెప్పారు కదా.
అవునండి.
ఇది వెజిటేరియన్ థాట్స్ వెజిటేరియన్ గా ఉండాలి. థాట్స్ అంటే మనం చేసే పనులు, మన మనసులో ఉండేటువంటి ఆలోచనలు అన్ని వెజిటేరియన్ ఉండాలి.
సాత్విక ఆలోచనలు అన్నది
ఆలోచనలు ఉండాలి. సాత్విక ఆలోచనల్ని అవలంబించే విధం ఉండాలి.
అవును అవును.
అది కలిగి ఉండడం చాలా కష్టం. నేను అటువంటి వ్యక్తి కోసం వెతుకుతున్నాను.
కష్టం అంటే ఇది మనం ప్రయత్నం చేద్దామండి. ప్రయత్నానికి అసాధ్యం ఏదీ లేదు. ప్రయత్నం చేస్తే ఏదో ఒక మెట్టుకి ఎక్కుదాం కదా. మనకి ఈ జన్మలో ఎంతవరకు ఎక్కాలో అంతవరకు ఎక్కుదాము, తర్వాత చూద్దాం ఎలా ఉంటే అలా. అంతే. అంటే అందరం మనం అంతా సాత్వికలం కాలేదు. మనమే సాత్విక భగవంతుడు అయిపోతాం. అందుకని మనం ఆ లెవెల్కి వెళ్ళలేదు. బట్ లెట్ us try.
అంటే మనకున్న ఇచ్చల్ని
ఉంటాయి ఇవన్నీ ఊరికే లేదు. ఇవన్నీ సత్యం పలకవలనను సత్యం హరిస్తుంది. ఇంతవరకు అంత సత్యం పలికిన వాళ్ళవరకు కనిపించలేదు. సో అది ఆదర్శంగా పెట్టుకుంటాం. ఆదర్శంగా పెట్టుకొని మనం సాధ్యమైనంత వరకు మనలో ఉన్న అసత్యాన్ని మానుకొని ఆ వైపు అడుగులు వేయడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తుంది. ఈ అడుగులన్నీ వేసి ఆ సత్యానికి అప్పుడు మనకు ముక్తి లభిస్తుంది. అదే మళ్ళీ మనకు జన్మ లేకుండా చేస్తుంది.
ఇది వృద్ధాప్యంలో మౌనం అదే మంచిది అనుకుంటాను.
అవునండి. మౌనం, అందుకనే మౌనమే ముని.
నమస్కారం.
మౌనేన కలహం నాస్తి అన్నారు కదా సార్.
యు ఆర్ రైట్ సార్, యు ఆర్ రైట్, 100% రైట్.
ఉమా సుందరి గారు.
నమస్కారం మహోదయ.
నమస్తే.
హోమియోపతి పిల్లలాగే మీ స్పీచ్ కానీ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ గురించి, మానవుడి గురించి రెండు బోత్ కంపేర్ చేస్తూ అన్ని కోణాలు చాలా ఎక్సలెంట్ గా చెప్పారు. చాలా చాలా ధన్యవాదాలు మహోదయ.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
Okay. Anybody wants to speak? If not, then we will chant Prarthana and Janganamana. Okay, Saugandhi ji.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेण मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अधनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरतां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः. I left one sentence, I'm saying it again. काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथ्वी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सदनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरतां शतम् सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु. हरिः ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ओम.
ధన్యవాదములండి సౌగంధి గారు. Now we will recite national anthem. Surya Prakash garu, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. We all stand up. Please, all of you, please stand up and mute yourself and sing along with Surya Prakash garu, please.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sarvebhyo Namaskaraha. Om जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा कलवंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उत्कल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. जय हिंद.
Jai Hind.
ధన్యవాదం సార్.
ధన్యవాదాలండి సూర్య ప్రకాష్ గారు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. నమస్తే సార్.
Okay.